What brave teachers! This kind of risk-taking takes courage and commitment.
You know, Isabel, that has been my biggest struggle, standing up and taking action for what I know is right.
Why is that?
I feel unsure about addressing issues of culture, language, and ethnicity. I worry that others will think I don't have the right to speak up because I've had so much privilege in my life.
I never thought about that before, and I appreciate your perspective.
I used to think that because I was raised working class by a single parent that I was not a person of privilege.
But your past experience is different from the experience of a person of color or an immigrant learning English, isn't it? They are marginalized in ways that you could never be.
Yes, you are absolutely right. It's taken some time, but now I can hear their stories without feeling defensive. I try to use my experiences of being excluded or treated unfairly to become sensitive and empathetic, you know?
I know you've studied these issues more than most people, and you bring up topics of equity and diverse representation in meetings.
Yes, I'm passionate about fairness. I really want to hear the voices outside my own group. It's a social political role I choose to take.
I know I'm inspired when you stand up and speak out, even when you're criticized. There he goes again. Must be hard to hear.
That's exactly what moves me to stand as an ally. Now there's a word I use a lot, ally. No one can do this work alone. I appreciate our conversations, Isabel. Thanks. Isabel, I don't know if you realize this, but because of you, I now insist that groups I'm working with invite people of color from non-dominant language groups and commit to including diverse voices. These are voices I don't want to miss out on.
Speaking out is just one way to change the power inequities that exist in our programs, our communities, and the world.
If you want to become more culturally competent and learn to name your experiences, work to develop the following dispositions. Be aware of how a person's values, beliefs, and worldview influence our perception of the values, beliefs, and worldviews of others. Attend to and respect cultural and family beliefs, values, traditions, and practices. Welcome diverse perspectives of all children and families in the community. Strive for effective, respectful, and culturally responsive communication and practices with children, families, staff, and colleagues. Work to create equitable circumstances for children, families, and others in the early care and education profession.
Throughout this competency, the ComSat experiences explore these framing questions. How do you reflect upon your own cultural background, experiences, and biases that impact your professional practices with children and adults? How do you see each child as an individual, a member of a family, a member of a group, and as a member of a culture? How do you discover the cultural perspectives of your families and colleagues and negotiate them in your program? How do you create an environment that is safe, fair, and affirming for children, families, and staff as you work towards cultural and linguistic democracy? We suggest you start with the video Start With Yourself, as the KEYS protocol is highlighted in that video.